Sunsparks kung paano laruin yung mga heroes na to. Even though nag-underperform si Greed on that specific hero, it still shows up a lot. Kasi kapag, malay mo, good day ni Greed ngayon, di ba? Tapos biglang naging sobrang nakakatakot yung Selena. So BSB, they need to pay respects to Sunsparks.
And I think this is at least some show of confidence from BSB. Nalalaroin pa namin yung laro namin.
Yeah.
We're not gonna try to answer you from game 1. And as they did, just like in game 1, tinanggal nila yung Cecilio. On Sunsparks though, Trevor, get off that diggy. Right? Pepper, kanina bago tayo magsimula ng draft, we were talking about what BSB has to do. Malipat naman tayo. Sunsparks, meron silang momentum. They can finish this early. Pwedeng 2-0 agad dito. How can we see that? Anong kailangan gawin ng Sunsparks para mag 2-0?
Sunspark, I think, will still go for... They could go for the same Ling play. Kasi from what we see here, Jawhead is taken by BSB aside of instead of taking some core heroes.
Jawhead muna. Mainit ang Jawhead, no? Okay, well, Sunsparks, I don't think they... I'll disagree with you na konti, ha? Hindi na pwede. Kasi BSB, the way I see it, hindi sila yung team na pwede mong ulit-ulitin lang agad, eh. They learn very quick. But, I might just eat my words again. Kausap mo ba yung Sunsparks kanina? Kausap mo sila kanina, eh.
Well, walang ano eh. Walang digi. And ngayon, makukuha pa ng Sunsparks yung Valier. So, protektado si Ling from the Jawhead. One of the biggest problem ni Ling dito is kapag bumaba siya, ang daming control. The Jawhead and yung mga heroes like Cho, kailangan mong isipin yung factor na yun. Now, nakita ng Sunsparks, oy, Jawhead lang. Counter it up with a Valier. Then suddenly, this is one of the freest games of Ling.
Wow. Okay, well, it's just a matter of time, and it seems like BSB is going to force this lineup once more. Jawhead, Kimi, ano pa makikita natin? Are we gonna see more of the last game? Pero hindi. It looks like nanaawan sila. Nanaawan nila si Kilowash ng Cho, pero he doesn't care anymore. Still, it's the Uranus.
This is the typical answer of BSB. Sabi nila, okay, kung kailangan natin ng extra control. Si Cho, again, one of the valid melee heroes against the Valier kasi yung knockback, ang laking factor pa rin nun. And abot niya kasi yung likuran, kahit pa sabihin mong tinutulak siya ni Valier, wala siyang pakialam doon. Ngayon, BSB, they're forced to run the dual fighter setup with the marksman of Kimi. So, dalawang support na lang hinahanap natin. The problem is, limitado yung hero pool nila dito kasi Sunsparks, they have the bans here on their side. And I don't think na hindi sapat yung damage sila against the Uranus, pero they do have the win condition na ito yung pinapatak mo ng SGD, yung 3-lane setup. Kayang-kaya nila kontrolin yung 3 lane. Isang problema lang nila is wala na yung Digi, wala na yung Nana, Lolita na lang yung natitirang choice.
Yep, and by the looks of it, yung Lolita, it's not gonna be the best. Nanaawan pa ng Sunsparks. Ladies and gentlemen, BSB is finding themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place. Pepper, we were talking about what heroes are available kanina and sobrang late na nito. Nabanggit ni Midnight, kailangan na lang siguro na lang frontliners. Sino pa bang natitira? Kaya pa ba lumabas dito ni Minotaur? Kaya pa ba lumabas dito ni Hylos?
This is gonna be hard for BSB kasi nag-focus na agad sila on countering Ling sa Jawhead and Cho. So, ayan, support Estes, maybe.
Pwede pa. Pwede pa, but Sunsparks might even pick up the Baksha here. Still possible.
Oh! Okay.
Throwback to.
So, I do think na Cup 1 on Estes and Trevor on the Jawhead. So, we'll have Wilson on the Cho, one of his signature heroes alongside the Tams, and Strider QT back on his signature hero. Mind you, this is one of the hardest counter-scaling. Yung lineup na hindi mo kayang patayin during your ultimate.
Here we go. Sunsparks are gonna be trying to fill up their mid lane or another support here. Pero mga mid nga, it's gonna be the Zas.
Yeah. Shoutout pala kay Manjin.
Yep, mayroon tayong mga caster na nanonood niyan
sa audience. Walang trabaho.
Again, guys, sobrang saya dito sa MPL Arena. I suggest you guys come on down. Again, MPL Arena, yan lang lalagay ninyo sa paborito nyo Transpo app. And now we have our final lineups. I need to ask our panelists here. Pepper, Midnight, kanino kayo papanig ngayon? Still batting 100%, Pepper. Let's ask you first. Sunsparks or BSB?
I'm going for Sunspark still with the Ling lineup and the push and segue of Ling, of course.
At saka parang ang ganda eh. Mas solid to kaysa last game,
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
definitely.
Midnight, do you agree now?
I do think this is still a draft win for BSB. Medyo naibit sila sa last pick ng Sunsparks eh. I do like yung mga hinover nilang heroes, the Gord and the Zask. It's one of the
One or the other.
One of the fewer options para masagot nila Esmeralda, Richard, QT. Then again, problem is kukulangin sila sa damage. There's an S-test at this time for the side of BSB.
Parang yun yung parati na ginagawa, no?
Lagi na lang.
They've proven us wrong in game 1 in this best of 3. I'm gonna have to go with my gut here and say Sunsparks. Parang I gotta flip the coin. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into the game. Courtesy of our casters, what do you guys think? Let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2, Sunsparks and BSB. I am Swarley. Joining me is Nomad. The panel, they got Sunsparks again. How about you, Mr. Nomad?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it is going to be a Sunspark. So, I mean, whoever takes game number 1 will have a momentum going into game number 2. And it feels like this might be another 2-0 game. I don't think BSB has it in them just yet.
You know, it's not very successful when a team tries to force a strategy that has already lost. They're going with the Jawhead Kimmy again, which wasn't too successful. Midnight did say that it was the most underwhelming performance he's seen from a Jawhead in a while.
Yeah, and let's also consider that this is Scheider's Esmeralda. So it might be a complete change-up because the way the Scheider plays Esmeralda during the qualifiers was superb. Always looking for team fights and always looking for those sure, chaotic, you can burst out anybody.
And Esmeralda has fallen off quite a bit when it comes to relevance, but in the right scenarios, that hero can still shine. So let's see if BSB can force this game number 3.
I mean, they have it in them. I mean, they do have Esses that can provide a lot of sustain when it comes to prolonged team fights, and that's where Esmeralda shines. Esmeralda always looks for the prolonged team fights. She wants to make sure that she builds up a lot of armor in order for her to last long in team fights, and that's what Esses is there for, to make sure that she's going to get sustained. I mean, yeah, Jawhead Kimmy also a huge factor into this. If it's going to be a prolonged team fight, and if Jawhead can just protect Kimmy as much as he can as well as SS, I feel like Kimmy can deal a significant amount of damage the same way that Esmeralda can.
Supposedly, if that does happen, then BSB has a winning chance here. Well, they do have a winning chance, whatever you look at it. I just want do you remember when Esmeralda used to have like full life bar shields?
Yeah, it's not green
That
anymore.
feels so long ago now.
It's pure gray. That was nightmare inducing.
That was first pick material Esmeralda. That was about a couple seasons ago.
A couple of seasons,
A
yeah.
couple of seasons. Shiny Cutie on point. They're going for the Esmeralda right here, right now. Rafflesia will just poke him away. Will secure that buff for themselves. At least Kilowash. Still not gonna be a killable target this early on.
Yeah, and Kaplan's just chasing him. Get off
It's
me,
just,
Ka!
it's just asserting dominance right now. That's what they're doing. There's no real kill threat among them right now, but if they're scared into going into a particular area, then you get in their heads. Top lane, Wilson.
Oh,
Wilson,
man.
nice knockout with the Jit Kundo. Will be enough to deter the offense of Sunsparks over here. Shady also in a very good spot. Could have been flanked by Greed there if he wasn't there. So nice little play for BSB to keep the kills at 0.
And they are going to keep it that way. They're not going to be giving away any kills because Sunsparks has been playing this game so far with as soon as we get a kill, let's convert objectives and then start making the small ball bigger and bigger. That's how Sunsparks is playing. Speaking of getting a kill.
One, where's the ejector backwards? Not gonna find it. That was odd, but they're gonna spot out JP here, and JP is just gonna get away.
They know where he is.
They know where he is. Top lane has already been pushed out here. Wilson in kind of a trouble
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Not just in kind of
You're
trouble.
dead.
Ooh, yes. First blood will go in the hands of the Valier, heating up this early on for Greed.
Yeah, the Valir passive just really painful because as long as you have like the flames
stacks,
completed,
the 3 stacks
you're
on
gonna
the passive.
you're gonna die regardless.
Yeah.
Like they can do a little Kobe, fade away, walk back.
Yeah, you don't look back at the
Splash.
explosion.
Oh, nice check by
No,
Cap
Cap
one.
one.
Oh, that's been a blast.
Wow, just deleted Trevor. Following suit as well, Jiraxu trying to make something happen, not going to be able to, unfortunately. Greed still lingering in the area. Wave of the Dragon into the turn. It's going to be nice. They're going to find Greed, but he's still surviving through it all. He got through his spells as well. But JP will find the return kill here.
A bit greedy there. Magic survived though.
A bit greedy, but it is in his namesake, so not surprising as well.
I mean, it was a trade, and that converts into a turret as well. And that may potentially be a...
There's going to be the second turret for Sunsparks against a lineup which has a Kimmy. You know, when you have a Kimmy, you want to be going for these turrets early, but unfortunately not going to happen. But that was a good Tempest of Blades from JP, and Greed did overstay his welcome here.
Yeah, he did. Got wave the dragon there.
Mm.
Shider Cutie,
I think
just I mean JP. I mean, sorry, JP was trying to push his luck. He tried to go for Cho there. Then Kim, he knows for a fact that as long as Kimmy's still there, he can't jump in, and he already used his Tempest Blade, so there's no way that he can evade all those damage.
he can't disengage properly without it. And yeah, and Shider Cutie unfortunately didn't. I mean, they didn't kill off Greed as fast as they wanted in that last fight from the Way of the Dragon because he still got to throw some spells down. And because of that, Shider Cutie still fell, which was a bit unfortunate for BSB, I have to say. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, and I'm liking the Sunspark's composition where they just immediately went for Valor, where Valor is just going to be able to knock anybody back. That's withstanding the flame shot. Can
And he has a
stun
flame
anybody.
shot.
He has a flame shot. He also has another flame shot, and he has a stun, and he can dish out a lot of damage. And his ultimate will cleanse him of any CCs, and all his cooldowns are going to come right back up, and he can just keep spamming. And that will be when Ling would be diving in, or the other way around.
And it's interesting that Valir has a very high ban rate in our meta right now, and it got through. Valir got through in the first phase, which was pretty surprising, and Valir Greed just showing why he's such a good hero.
And we're still going to be waiting for these teams to get back into the game, and we are going to get back into the game
We're
right
gonna
now.
get back into the game. 1-4, 3 minutes into the game. 2,000 goal lead in favor of Sunsparks, and they want to push the tempo even further. They might even get this buff here.
Luminal Blast not going to be connected to anybody. It's just there to
Zoning. That
deter.
was a zoning Luminum Blast.
Yeah. You don't want to get caught there, but KLBJ is going to get caught.
By the turret. I mean, by the pet.
Yeah.
By the... What do you call it?
The baby.
the
though.
baby. The baby's ask.
The baby's ass.
The baby's
The
ask.
nightmare. That's the problem.
The baby's ask, and the turtle will be secured by Sunsparks. And 3 minutes in, this is just all Sunsparks all the way right now.
Yeah, we're not seeing any swing of momentum here. It is already a 3,000 gold lead. Well, 2,000, almost 3,000 gold lead by Sunsparks. Top one in
Ooh.
tight spot will be
Ejected
choosing to
away.
disengage.
He is fine. But what we were expecting to see from the sustain, from that Estes, and that Esmeralda, not really. It's lacking right now. Wilson will be scared off here by Kilowash. He'll emote away, so he's still feeling good. You know, it's all when players are emoting, you know their game, their mentality is still
Yeah,
alright.
oh no, that's gonna be the Deed Gundo into
way
the
of the
spray
dragon.
down. The spray down, I mean.
But
Wait,
that was all 5 heroes from the side of BSB. And they're going to get a favorable trade over here in the bot lane because it's a threat for a threat. JP is still there in the area.
Oh, they got they got two cannon minions as well. So they can easily get the tier 2
This
turret
is
as well.
going to be a perfect timing from them. But they want to go for the trade, but Sunsparks won't push as fast in the bot lane. JP can try to slow it down.
Can
But
try.
He'll be super, like, he has to be careful. He has to be careful. If he oversteps his bounds, he's just gonna pop. He's just gonna die. A bit of there's a lot of soft pauses right now, but players want to make sure that they don't play this with any sort of latency.
Yeah. They are going to be, they're just going to make sure that they're on tip-top form. And BSB can also use this opportunity to just regain their composure,
Okay,
try to
talk about what
breathe
they,
in, talk about what they did. They can just relax.
they have to talk about their initial goals for the next 5 minutes. They don't talk long term. They want to find how they can at least equalize this game right now.
Equalizing in the game is all about just regaining back map control. That's the name of the game that Sunspark has been doing, and they cleared off the tier 1 turrets cleanly without any problems on the side of BSB. And Sunsparks was aiming for that bottom tier 2 turret, and that's the same thing that BSB is doing. But at the same time, BSB needs to be focusing on the tier 1 turrets in the mid lane and in the bottom lane so that they can freely rotate in all parts of the map without any problems. Because Sunsparks, they have just been sniping everybody. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as one guy's, I mean, for sure, it's going to be the big team fights that catch everybody off guard. But if given a chance and somebody's alone on the side of BSB, Link's going to be diving in, just eliminate them.
That is one thing you can actually call a Ling, a sniper. You know, if you got caught out in a bad spot, you're just gonna get killed.
And the fact that Link can just move from point A to point B in like 5
Yeah.
seconds.
He holds like an area, a zone of control within the map where he can parkour across.
Yeah.
And if you go there, if you misstep in that particular area, you're just gonna get Tempest of Blades.
Yeah, and considering the fact that you don't have good map control, Ling will just be able to control you anytime you go into his zone of control.
Exactly. And
Just dive in,
And
Tempest
JP
Blade.
showing he is one hell of a lane. 20% win rate. Not on my watch. I'm gonna up it.
Yeah, let's improve the win rate of
Let's
Ling.
improve the win rate and lower the win rate of Kimmy and Jawhead while we're at it. You know.
Jawhead and Kimmy did, you know, a bit of a strike on their win rate. But it's not all the time that they've been picked together, though.
Yeah, that's true. But still, they could be pushing into 60% if this goes on. But JP will just watch as his turret falls. But like you said, the turret will fall much, much faster for the blue side.
Yeah, that they're just gonna leave it alone, and they might
No,
actually.
They didn't see anyone. They know they're rotating towards the bot lane.
Yeah.
It's in a good spot here.
Oh, flame
Ooh.
shot being thrown.
Oh,
Team
nice.
will not connect anybody. Luminal Blast going to connect onto 3. And that is going to be a big team fight for Sunspark, taking a double kill there. That's very unfortunate. The Luminal Blast timing couldn't have been better for Sunsparks.
The shot calling from Sunspark was just beautiful there. They knew they could just leave the turret so they can get into position for that mid fight. If they stayed for that turret, the fight would have gone totally different, I feel.
Completely different.
That
that was
5
Wilson.
second split second decision making. Sunsparks definitely showing that they can make the right calls.
Now
Turtle
Wilson was
resurrecting
just
soon.
really off in this.
Wilson, we're talking about the zone of control here. You're going into JP's territory, and if you go into JP's territory, you will be punished.
And that is why you try to get map control. Well, you know,
And Wilson is trying very, very hard. He's 0-3 and 2. Most of his deaths were by himself.
by
So-
himself, or if he just, yeah, he made a misplay there. He didn't connect with the Jeet Kune Do initially. If he caught 3 guys on that Jeet Kune Do earlier on when they were rotating on towards the mid, they could have just capitalized on that small microsecond, a nanosecond that they've been stunned. That's
Okay,
where Shadow Cutie can come in, but that's going to go away to the Dragon onto JP. JP's finally going to go down. Luminal Blast going to get charged up. Not going to be connecting to anybody at all because they are going to be protected.
Trevor will fall here. Cap 1 wants to go further. Aflasia will be the first to fall here.
Mega
And
kill.
BSB are trying to make something happen. They are getting scraps right now. It's 2 kills on to Ling and Raflasia, but they need a lot more.
They
They
need
need
a lot
probably
more.
2 or 3 more
Oh,
clashes.
there goes the falling Star Moon onto Kilowatt, and I feel like they are going to try to bounce back into this game like Bungie. They are going to do it with those initial 2 kills that they have.
Yeah, and JP was caught out a bit. He stayed like a second too long in the bot lane and he got clicked. And he couldn't jump onto a wall, unfortunately. But still, Sunsparks, they're still in control here. 4,000 gold lead. Items are pouring in.
Request
Pretty
backup.
much in control. And really, Uranus is going to be taking the tier 2 turret. That's going to be devastating for BSB because they're going to be having a hard time pushing forward. And they are going to try to corner this Uranus player. while that's
Wilson will be
happening.
caught out once again. 4th death here. Can they find a trade-off on the other side of
that's
Matt Kilowatt? They can't do anything against him. 1-4, he doesn't care. Esmeralda will fall even as the cleanup has arrived. JP is here with his Ling and he is just dominating BSB right now.
And that's why sometimes you'd want to have a Ling on your team, especially if you know that there's going to be a split pusher. Wilson's going to be the split pusher. He wasn't able to split push because Ling can immediately go
Turtle
to wherever he
resurrecting
is in the
soon.
map.
And that's the problem right now for BSB. They tried bringing 5 earlier and it didn't work. Now they're trying to let Wilson split push and it didn't work. So BSB, they're running out of options.
They really are. I feel like if they can steal a Lord, delay everything until Shadow Cutie becomes a problem, that just may be it.
But with the way JP is playing, I don't think they're gonna let this game last for another 10 minutes. It's gonna end before 15, I feel.
I feel like
Unless Sunsparks make a very grave mistake.
I feel like it's going to end in 3.
in 3, yeah, especially with the turtle buff onto JP as well.
One big team fight is all it takes. And there we go again. Cho's going to be split pushing over the top side. Not really something you can do as much.
Oh, there goes Cho. He's going right in, ejector backwards. Over here, he's still tanky though. He doesn't really care too much, but KillVJ, he does. He followed and he is gonna pay the price. JP actually followed. He's gonna Tempest of Blades and he will get out. That was a close one. If JP stayed, if JP hesitated with the Tempest of Blades there, he probably would have died.
Probably would have, and that's another opening. Another real estate being bought back by BSB. Taking down KillVJ, slight opening, and they are now up for pressure. Wilson managing to survive this aggression from JP and Reflecia, and here comes the rest of BSB.
Good call from Sunspark to disengage. They knew they were going to help that show because he was lingering. It was kind of a bait maneuver, just trying to stay in that area for a little bit. But KillVJ, unfortunately, following the Kilowash. Yeah, you're not supposed to follow a Uranus that dives that deep. And he just got deleted.
He really did. And it feels like Wilson is still trying to get a grasp on how to split push. That split push that he did not convert into anything at all. So it's
just space. Just a bit of space. Oh no, this is not space. Wilson will die here.
Sniped!
Woo. Sniped indeed. JP 5-1-6 onto that link.
He practically walked into that flame shot.
He did. Okay, they're gonna find JP on the wall, but they're not really gonna be able to do anything about it. Lord is gonna be up in 1 second, and that is gonna be the name of the game for Sunsparks. I feel they're gonna posture for it while Uranus is shoving the waves. After pushing off the bot wave, he shifted over to the mid wave, and this is what glimpses of game 1 again. Look at that, he's fake teleporting in their base right now.
That's what he did during game number 1. And he's going to try to see if it's going to happen in game number 2. And a lot of teams are going to be picking this up.
Ooh.
Like, this is what Sunsparks is going to be continuously doing. That's going to be a big team fight coming in. There goes Steve, Tempest of Blades in the backside. Not going to be connecting to anybody. Doom Blast is not going to be catching anybody at all because he gets pushed back because of that flame shot. But this is going to be Sunsparks going in for the aggression, going in for the juggler here. Trevor is going to go down. Jiraxno, is going to go down. Reflecia still alive. Trevor Wilson still alive. Does actually have the wave. The Dragon is going to be able to take down Reflecia. And JP takes down Wilson. And instead, it is a 4-4-3 trade, and a 1-for-3 trade, and they are going to make it. It's going to be a 1-for-4 trade because Trevor is going to go down, and it's just going to be Jawhead left alive, and that's not going to be enough to defend this.
You know that saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that's what happened right now with BSB. They still went for the They still went for the Kilowash bait.
Yeah, there weren't any minions. Why would you push in? That's a bit of a that's not a bit of a questionable play.
It was a questionable play. Sure, they got the Lord, but they were split up in that fight once again. Just a bit over commitment for the BSB side. It delayed death since they got the Lord, but 5,000 gold behind. Your Esmeralda is 2-4.
Yeah, Shredder Kitty's Esmeralda is not really showing up today. And they are going to try to play the ambush game this time around.
Okay, let's see if that will be enough of a bait. But no one is showing, so they're going to be scared.
Both of these guys are waiting for baits.
And they know. Sunsparks know exactly what's up. Greed is positioning himself up front as your support Valier. So he knows something is up.
And speaking of up, Sunsparks is up in terms of kills and gold.
6-18, 13 minutes into the game. Just about to end, if you call it right. Kilowash
Kilowash
jumping right in, ejector back into the base.
But he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. JP finally joining the action.
Moving on. Connecting onto one. Gets stunned. Here comes the Tempest of Blades diving, but not a lot of damage.
Ooh, cap one. Let's see if he will fall as well. Like BSB, they're trying to throw everything at Sunsparks, but Sunsparks, they don't care, especially with Kilowash. He just falls to a third of his life, and after that, he doesn't care anymore.
That is Sunspark's just aiming for the
Oh, but
juggler here.
JP
gets
almost dying there, unfortunately, with the ejector play from the Jahad, but not going to be enough. Kilowatt will fall here. They will hold momentarily. JP going right back, and Shader Cutie trying to man up in the front line, but he will fall. Double kill now onto Esmeralda. So Shader Cutie finally showing up great
They're not
over
falling
there
back.
as well. Raflacia, ooh, Luminum Blast will connect onto Shader Cutie, and there's going to be game number 2 going in the way of Sunsparks.
And this is vintage.